Oscar Wilde once said, "Who, being loved, is poor?" There will be 500,000 veterans, homeless veterans in the United States of America, walking the streets and sleeping on the streets sometime during the year. The Veterans Administration reaches 20% of those in need, leaving 400,000 without supportive services. 1.4 million veterans are at risk of homelessness, and women veterans are 4 times as likely to become homeless as male veterans. I am Sergeant Allen Francis Foley, United States Marine Corps retired and Vietnam veteran. It is important to note here that on November 5th, 1970, I was found in a Jeep that had flipped over south of Saigon, Vietnam. I received a traumatic brain injury with secondary PTSD and acute issues with depression. It is also important to note that I did not receive medical help for any of my injuries until July of 2007. My goal here is to raise $7,500 through the sale of my photography, poetry, and through donations to help so many wounded souls, homeless veterans, filled with empty tears. 30% of all sales of photography, poetry, and your donations will go into a special fund to support homeless veterans. 10% of all sales, poetry, and your donations will go to a Christmas charities for children. A veteran, whether active duty, discharged, retire, or reserve, is someone who, at one point in his or her lifetime, wrote a blank check payable to the United States of America for an amount up to and including his or her life. I have been involved with the Maine Homeless Veterans Network for about 7 years. I have not, however, been very active with this group recently because of health issues. Every October, we have a stand down at the Togus VA in Augusta, Maine, where homeless veterans come to the hospital from all over the state for counseling, winter clothing, winter boots, to get help with their benefits, a hot dinner, and so much more. After each one of these that I attend, I am weak and filled with tears. I love these men and women, and my GoFundMe page will be another way to sincerely help them. In the spring of 2008, I fell, it seems, into a dark and endless pit of despair. I had no hope, no one to love me, and no faith to see me through. That was when I met Dr. Marcia Smolin, a psychiatrist at the Togus VA. It was almost like she reached down into that hopeless pit, picked me up, and saved my life. If you are reading or listening to this, Dr. Smolin, thank you. 30% of all donations will go to homeless veterans, and another 10% will go to Christmas charities for children. If you donate $100, you receive one photo of your choice from my website, www.foleycreations.com. If you donate $250, you receive one framed photo of your choice from my website, www.foleycreations.com. I am working on 3 other projects. 1, a beautiful book of Maine photography. 2, a reprint of a book of poetry. And 3, an audio CD of poetry. All of these will be available on my website and GoFundMe page. If you donate $50, you will receive your choice of one of the 3. What is love? What is a pebble of sand? Something you can love or lose, and yet hold in the palm of your hand. Allen Foley, quote, Am I Someone? The Poetry, 1984, unquote.